these are the results, and we're here talking about percentages. So of the delegate of the convention member present, 52% have said that the voting age should be reduced, but 47% say it shouldn't, and 1% no opinion. And if the voting age is to be reduced, 39% say it should be reduced to 17, and 48% say it should be reduced to 16, with 14% no opinion. And in terms of the yes, no, don't knows, the issues that were discussed or which came up in the course of discussion during the convention meeting, 42% said that the age of candidacy should be reduced, presumably in line with the change in voting age. 51% said it shouldn't. And then reducing the voting age for other types of elections, 28% in favour, 68% no. So there, I think it's probably a very finely balanced outcome here, which is certainly not at all decisive in one direction or another. In terms of the presidential term, 43% said yes, the presidential term should be reduced from 7 years to 5 years. 57% said it shouldn't. And if the presidential term is to be reduced, should it be aligned or not with the European and local elections? 14% said it should be aligned, and 80% said no. That's probably the most decisive conclusion on the two issues. And in terms of the other, well, maybe it's not, in terms of the other issues about people giving an opinion, 94% said citizens should have a say in nomination, 6% not. A one-term presidency, 7 years, 40, very completely balanced, in fact. One-term presidency, 5 years, 14% in favour, 78% not. And reducing the age of candidacy for presidential elections, 50% in favour, 47% against. So these are the conclusions, your conclusions, at the end of this first weekend. Would anyone like to comment? It's the majesty of the ballot box. David.
Thank you. Well, just to say that I welcome the fact that the material was broadened out, and it is quite stunning that 94% wanted citizens to have a say in the presidency, and I personally welcome that. And despite what was said this morning, I have no vested interest at the moment.
Okay, thank you. Any other comments? Yeah. Okay.
Aileen Larkin is my name. I just have a concern that when we were saying that the 94%, it's just our opinion that that's going to be given as much interest and time as reducing the presidential term, and whether or not it's aligned in the draft report, that it's not just going to be an aside or a footnote, because it wasn't the initial question that has been brought up. And I know it is something that I think a general consensus was people were more interested in that than a lot of the other topics. And I do have a worry that that will just be a footnote in the draft report.
Yeah, no, we will have to reflect adequately. I mean, our primary duty is to address the issues we were asked to address. That has to be the headline issue, even if it's not decisive one way or the other, but that's our primary job. The other issues are issues that were legitimately discussed and which people have given a view on, but not voted in the same way as the first one. What about the steering group? Okay. Are we finished then? I mean, I don't imagine that there are more issues, more comments. It just really does remain for me to thank everybody for their participation this weekend. I think it's been a productive weekend, and it's been done properly and respectfully and in good humour. So thank you everybody for this, and we look forward to seeing you in 3 weeks' time. We also, when we do conclude and go back into private session, just to give the results of the steering group. Oh, they're not counted yet. Okay, okay. So we are actually formally finishing. So thank you very much indeed.
Well done, Karen. Yes.